The Iowa-class battleships are the perfect example of balance in this game. This class of battleships is composed by the USS Iowa, the USS New Jersey, the USS Missouri, and the USS Wisconsin. We have 4 ships which are pretty much the same thing. But because they are a particular type of ships and does excel only if played right, I will show you how to play them. So, without further ado, let's start. The first thing you should do in one of these ships is taking position. You go in our flank of the battle. Left or right, you choose which is the best one. You find the one that has not the highest number of battleships, but neither the one that has a too low number of battleships or the battleships are too weak. Then you will stop your engine and point your forward guns on it. You fire repeatedly and let your teammate go first, because your HP doesn't allow you to take extraordinary amount of shells. You farm damage on ships and take the best to shoot at. You fire repeatedly until the enemies are destroyed completely on your flank. When they are almost destroyed, you go forward and finish the job. If instead you have to fight some stronger battleships or some little puny ships, you always point your bow as always, but you fire at the lowest ship and stopping your engine, taking the distance from the strongest ships, so they can fire at you. You fire at the best broad-sided target, or at the nearest one. If there is a destroyer bow on you, but a battleship is broad-sided, then you will fire at a battleship. This ship is also capable of doing great amount of damage to destroyers when they are bow on because of its great accuracy. If the condition does allow you to finish the job and so go for the strongest battleship, then you will for sure take a good position when the enemy doesn't fire at you properly, but can also fire at your teammates, until the flank is completely free. Of course, make sure that the enemy battleships, even if they are low tier ones, doesn't have a good chance to kill you or damage you a lot, because even though you are a strong battleship, your HP is not the best. These ships, as I said before, are very good also on destroyers. If you have to fight one, use your speed increase to dodge torpedoes and surprise them with your great maneuverability, pointing your forward guns on them and dodging everything coming your way. Remember to switch shells always. If you ever fight a sister ship, then there are 2 ways. The first, there is the case when you are behind an island and also your enemy ship is behind an island. She is waiting for you with your full board side, and she has only the front guns on you. In this case, you can win the engagement, even though you have less HP than her, because she is firing only with her bow guns and you with the full board side. So in this case, you will fire repeatedly, enter in secondary's range, finish the job and kill the enemy. If instead the enemy is on long range, there are 2 ways. The first, he has a flag that isn't the same one as you, I mean the American, and she has a flag that doesn't make enough damage, so in that case you will fire at U-board sided. In this case you can see that he is also firing HE, so the engagement was already won because on battleships are better AP and not HE. Another thing, he was mounting the Brazilian flag, and in a 1v1 the American wins always in the Brazilian flag. On the other way is the same thing, but if the enemy is completely the same as you, you will point your bow forward and go backwards instead. Now let's see the peculiarities of this ship. The New Jersey is the first one. She has not the best survivability, in fact compared to other ships is not the best, but it has very good armament and secondaries. The disadvantage is the AA, which are completely absent. Then we have the Iowa. It may not be as good as the New Jersey, but it has for sure better AA guns. She also gets interceptors, a lot of them, so you can compare to other strong ships. Then we have the Missouri. It's a little bit stronger in HP and armament, but she's a little bit slower. She's also a little bit more maneuverable, but another thing to add is that she has very good anti-aircraft guns. The same is as the Wisconsin, which might be the best one of all. She gets the same speed as Iowa and New Jersey, so a little bit more than the Missouri. She might get a little bit less armament, but for the maneuverability, the survivability, the AA guns and maybe secondaries, is the best one of all. For the flags, you choose the American one, because every other flag doesn't allow you to deal damage. You have not the best HP on all battleships, so there are more chance that you will fire them in long range, and so the American flag is better. Don't take the Brazilian flag. Take it only if you want to push a little bit, but remember that you can use it only for pushing low-tier battleships. Now you know everything to fight all ships in your tier and superior. Now go out there and show the enemy that you are smart and you have a ship that is strong, but even if the enemy is stronger than you, you can always win the engagement. So, finally you have a ship that doesn't allow you to push, but it makes you thinking about pushing is not always the best thing to do, and you will always think about your teammates and a good position where you can't take lots of hits. And this was everything for the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe and leave a like. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.